It's the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Chicago Cubs. NLCS Game 1 is coming your way next. John Shelby, Chris Singleton with you. Game 1 is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture Game 1, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
This is red. We'll be right back to get this series started in just a minute. Just about set to go. Starting on the mound in this one, Connor Phillips.
A really good outing for him last time. Scattered 2 runs, was attacking hitters, getting ahead in the count. Great performance. We'll see if he can do it again in this one.
There's a swing and a drive. And that one's gone into the bleachers. He circles the bases. It's 2-0. And that's his 5th straight game leaving the yard.
And Boog, if he goes a game or 2 without hitting a home run, he's going to feel like he's going to get sent down to the minor leagues.
That was quite the home run, Siggy, as we take it in again with StatCast. 114 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, and plenty of distance, too. I mean, with that kind of exit velo, if you can get it up in the air with good backspin, it's going to be a tape measure shot.
Bottom of the first. So up now for Chicago, Nasim Nunez. Well, it's pretty clear that he was frustrated, and even he admitted as much with his performance in their last series, but now a chance to hit the reset button.
That's one of the things he's going to have to get used to, being the superstar player in this lineup. They are going to pitch you very tough, and you make the adjustment, you can have success. I think he'll have it in this one. Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning, get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And that's a strikeout looking. Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Jeff Golden stands in now and watches strike 1. That one in triple digits.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
One out, base is empty. In the air, right field. And that'll fall for a base hit.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
Right through there for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Man at first, one away. Struck him out looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Ariano gets under it, but it's the pitcher that makes the play. And that ends the inning. Game 1 of the NLCS. So up now for Chicago, Matt Shaw. Thomas back to work. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit. And now the catcher comes up to him. James Hare. Fair to say he wasn't his typical self in the division series. Chris, I talked to the staff, and they are confident that he's going to deliver big here in the LCS.
Yeah, you see these guys around him, and they know he's a stud, and they know it's just a matter of one swing that he breaks out.
Fastball for a strike.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Cut on and lifted in the air. One away. And the batter will be the shortstop, Marcelo Meyer. Foul ball there. Thomas, a former MVP, he features a four-seam fastball, a two-seamer, a sinker, a splitter, and he occasionally uses a curve. Shaw over at first with one away. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Gosh, here it is. Hit it. Three-pitch strikeout. All fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
And first offering is fouled off. And that one clips the corner. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Got it. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. So one hit. This one in the air, right field. Manzanillo snags it on the run. Game 1 of the National League Championship Series. So up now for Chicago, Bernardo Manzanillo. That catches the outside corner. That's strike one.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there in the head.
And a base hit up the middle. And the postseason success continues for him.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Back to the top of the lineup, and now the DH, Nasim Nunez.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Swing and a foul out of play. Nunez in his 11th season hitting leadoff in today's game, and he was a second-round pick back in 2019. 0-2 now. Gets a piece and stays alive. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Goes down looking.
Well, they get the strikeout there, and what kind of stood out to me was that they weren't shying away from contact. Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
Right through there for a strike. Manzanillo leads off first with one away, and that one is lifted in the air. Out number 2. James Wood, the next to hit. Out towards right center field. Bourbon moving under this one. Drops into the glove. And that is the bottom of the 4th. And here's the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom. 0 for 1 so far. That's in there. 0-1. Chris, you and I have gotten to work some memorable postseason games together. One I look back on, 2013 ALCS Game 2, the David Ortiz Grand Slam. In the air, center field. Adams drifts towards it. calls it in, and there's one away.
For me, Boo, the game I remember is us calling the 2014 AL wildcard game. The Kansas City Royals hosting the Oakland A's. The Royals come from behind to win in extra innings and move on to the division series. They had such a great run that it ended up in the World Series, losing to the San Francisco Giants. Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Got him looking. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
That one at triple digits. Foul ball, still 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game 1 of the NLCS. Now a fly ball to right center. Bourbon on his way over, brings it in. And that will end the inning. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Thomas back to work. That one missed.
You know, these Cubs, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. We've seen them go down looking several times, just not really showing much fight in a lot of their at-bats so far.
Late swing, foul to the left. Got him swinging.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Clark, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Out to short. And that quickly 2 away.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Fly ball down the line. Bourbon flying after this one. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. 2 outs, base is empty. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. Game 1 of the NLCS. Now it's the DH, the man Thomas. That one ripped. Back there. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
So the batting order turns over, and here's the DH for the Cubs, Nasim Nunez. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination. When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
The D-backs leading by 4 here in Game 1 of the NLCS. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
He swings and fouls one off. That's towards center. Adams makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Make it 6. 2 outs, nobody on. And now the man, Thomas. And first offering is fouled off. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And they add a run. It's 5-zip. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Swing and a ball popped up. Rocchio. And out number 1 on the grab. Wrigley Field, the 2nd oldest active ballpark in MLB. It opened in 1914 as Weedman Park for the Federal League's old Chicago Whales franchise. Shaw, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
But it gets a little tricky in the outfield here at Wrigley with the wind patterns from Lake Michigan. Better check which way the flags are waving when you put together your game plan.
Bases empty, 1 away. Here are the late stages of Game 1. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Adams sizing this one up. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down. James Hare now at the plate. Right through there for a strike.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as the stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And the Cubs are down in order. It's back here at the friendly confines. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Marcelo Meyer. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss. That one at 101.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
Strikes him out with 101.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Max Clark, the next Cub to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Fought off foul. The Diamondbacks leading by 5 here in Game 1 of the NLCS. In the air, left field. Carter calls it in, 2 away. Two down, bases empty. Bernardo Manzanillo, the next Cub to hit. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Totally dominant on the mound. So 1 out, nobody on. Next to hit, the man, Thomas. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck, right field. That's back there. And it finds the basket and gone. Another homer. His 4th home run of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 6-0.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Wow, this is awesome. I mean, a 4-homer.
Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Jason Powers.
And he's got a nice lead to work.
Thomas was firing on all cylinders here, both hitting and pitching. A terrific game. friendly confines, Wrigley Field. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Chicago Cubs. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shelby, and a lot riding on this one as these teams meet for Game 2, Chris.
Well, winning Game 1 on the road was huge, Boog, and they could put a stranglehold on this series with a win here in this one, and that's obviously the goal. You want to go back home up 2-0 with a chance to wrap up the series in your own ballpark for sure.
And if it goes the other way and the series gets to 1-1, it's a total reset as we change venues for the next 3 games. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. One down. Now up next for Arizona, the man Thomas. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. The throw to third. The tag out.
You're out.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back. Off the Jumbotron, way out of here. Wow. That's his 5th homer of the series. It's 2-0. And just like that, his home run streak is up to 6.
Well, he's an absolute machine, working really well at the plate right now. He just can't miss every time he swings.
In the air, right side. Manzanillo sizing this one up. Squeezes it. And that is that. For Arizona, but they hold the 2-0 lead. And we're back. And now the DH, the man Thomas. And it goes just foul. Butler, pretty much every manager's dream coming out of the pen. High strikeout, low walk. That is a recipe for success. Base hit, and a good start to the inning. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he can't get back to first in time as the big turn costs him. Jeff Golden, the next Cub to hit. The Cubbies down to their final strike. The other way. He's got it. Ball game. And the Diamondbacks claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense. Thomas really stood out in this win. Put together 3 hits, one of them a home run.
I was head
rhythm and blues. The women that fell to their feet, so many to choose. But I manipulated power as I lied to the masses. Died with my money, gluttony was too attractive. Reincarnated.
So, almost ready to get underway. Getting the nod on the mound, Ty Floyd. What do we need to know here?
Racked up a high pitch count last time, was only able to throw a couple of innings. He'll look to get deeper in this start today.
Swung on, belted. That one's got a chance. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
That ball exploded off his bat and off the warning track as well as it bounced over the fence. It sounded really good, too. He just put together a really nice swing and just missed a home run.
Julian Ariano getting ready to hit. And a swing and a miss.
Well, there's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first. Thanks to the three-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks. Thomas, in his 9th season, 27 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Caught in a rundown now. And they put the tag on him for the out. Nobody out. Runner at first. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Manzanillo hauls it in, and there's one away. Two outs, nobody on. The man, Thomas, stands in now for the Diamondbacks. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. And first offering is fouled off. That one drilled left field.
Get up, ball, get up.
Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. Around second now. Going for 3. Hung up in a rundown now. And they put the tag on him. That's the 3rd out. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Gabriel Arias. Hit to second, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Cubs take this one in a blowout. So Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance.
On the way home from the studio, I walked in to I sat down for a drink or two. I didn't get very far. She sat right there next to me. Oh, just drinking that drink. So sweet. Taking it slow.
So just about set now. Showing the slab in today's game, the man Thomas. Lots of punch outs, a real strikeout artist, Singy.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Foul ball there. One out, base is empty. Right side. And it goes just foul. Now this is in the air down the line. Carter makes the catch, and there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. James Wood will hit next. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Wood was driving the offense for them in his last game with 5 RBIs.
I'm sure he's happy after all that production in the last game. I went to the archives for this nugget. You know who has the most 5 RBI games in a single season? Juan Gonzalez.
That's out number 3. Middle of the first. No score. The man Thomas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. That one the other way. Manzanillo pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there are 2 outs.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
Tyler Soderstrom leading things off and takes a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Stays alive.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good reload.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, we get the strikeout there, and what kind of stood out to me was that they weren't shying away from contact. Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
Matt Shaw in the box now. No balls and a strike. Thomas, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Next pitch is inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the 4th game of the NLCS. So up now for Chicago, Marcelo Meyer. And a fastball clips the outside corner for a strike.
0-1.
Let's talk about great individual postseasons. One that really sticks out to me is Ricky Anderson in 1989. He hit .441 with 3 homers and 11 stolen bases, leading Oakland to a World Series championship.
Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Max Clark, the next Cub to hit. Fought off foul.
Man, when I think about great postseason performances, hard to top Carlos Beltran in 2004. 8 homers and 6 steals in 12 games with the Houston Astros. He didn't even get to play in the World Series that year.
Top of the third, no score. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Digging in, Bernardo Manzanillo. Swinging a ground ball, and that's a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Swinging a foul straight back. Got it! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning. Back here at Chase Field, and stepping in is the speedy Nasim Nunez.
You know, these Cubs, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
Cut on and miss, struck him out, and he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Now, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
To third, Smith. 2 up, 2 down.
Oh, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Wood swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. That one is triple digits.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side. And that'll do it. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping in the long ball threat, the man Thomas. Phillips back to work. Hit in the air, center field. Clark in position. Puts it away for the out.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
You know, these Cubs just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
The 0-2. This ball's chopped on the ground. Throws to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. And next for the Cubs, Matt Shaw. And there's a foul ball.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
Strikes him out with 105.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
Next to hit, Giovanni Blanchard. And a swing and a miss there. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Smith squeezes it, and that'll do it. So 5 perfect innings in the books, and we still have no score. 4th game of the NLCS. So up now for Chicago, Marcelo Meyer. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
The 0-1. Headed towards the corner. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. On the ground, and foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out. It is 11th strikeout, and this one really racking up the whips.
Well, it gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Popped up. Rocchio makes the grab for the 2nd out. Bernardo Manzanillo, the next Cub to hit.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Foul ball. Manzanillo, multi-time All-Star, 30 years old now, and he was born in Venezuela. Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
Right through there for a strike.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
That one lifted to left. And that's the 3rd out. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's some real power at the plate. The man, Thomas. That's a hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Well, let's get a better feel for that rocket by diving into the numbers with StatCast. Singy, he didn't miss it.
No, clearly not. I mean, he launched that ball at 118 off the bat, and that's just ridiculous power. You know, very few guys can hit a ball as hard as he just did right there.
There's a swing and a miss.
Well, coming off of a blowout loss in the previous game, this lineup can't try to do too much. They've just got to stay within themselves, take each pitch, each at bat, one by one, and try to push runs across as often as possible.
With the go-ahead run at first, here in Game 4 of the National League Championship Series. That one not close. The count now 2-2. And that's down and away.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Evan Carter in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. And here is Evan Carter. And a swing and a miss.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Cam Smith in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Man at first, one away. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Save! No. Now up next for Arizona, Cam Smith. And there's a ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 1 out. And that one fouled off. Line drive, base hit. Around third. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single. And it's 1-0.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
And we're back. And now here is Nasim Nunez. Thomas back to work. Swing and a miss, blew it by him at 99.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Finishes him off at 103.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Golden stands in now and watches strike 1. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. One down, base is empty. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. In the air, left side. Brings it in. And there's 2 down. Here's the left fielder, James Wood. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. Swings and misses. That is strike 2.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. He makes the grab, and that'll do it. The man, Thomas, stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the... Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone.
He came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
In the air, right field. Bourbon sizes this one up, hauls it in for the out. And there's one away. Now the third baseman, ty&shy.
Still rolling to start the eighth, just 5 more outs to get.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Foul ball still 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And the 0-2. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Has room, and he makes the catch. So just 4 more outs to get through, and the tension is building in the ballpark right now.
Yeah, and we can feel it.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. He dives, but he can't make the catch.
So close, but there goes the no-no with 2 outs in the 8th, and I'm sure he's going to want that last pitch back and think about what might have been, but you know what, he's really been amazing in this one. Total control from the first batter on.
And it's fouled away. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. We go to the 9th. So up now for Chicago, Max Clark. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at-bats and get some base runners on.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. 1 away. So up next, Bernardo Manzanillo. Swings through that one. 0-1. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.